Unfolding the pages of history, we find Cleopatra VII, born in 69 BCE, into the Ptolemaic dynasty. Named after her forebears, Cleopatra was a beacon of intellect and charisma in a world dominated by political turmoil. The Ptolemaic dynasty, which she was born into, was a Hellenistic dynasty that ruled Egypt after the death of Alexander the Great. In a world of men, Cleopatra was groomed for power from an early age. She was educated in politics, philosophy, and the art of leadership, all while observing the political climate of her time. The Ptolemaic dynasty was a turbulent era filled with internal strife, external threats, and a constant struggle for power. Growing up in this environment, Cleopatra was no stranger to the challenges that lay ahead. Yet, she was undeterred. Her destiny, already written in the sands of time, was to ascend to the throne during a period of immense political upheaval. At the tender age of 18, Cleopatra ascended to the throne, facing threats from within and without. As the last Ptolemaic ruler, she inherited a dynasty in decline, beset by internal struggles for power and external pressures from the expanding Roman Empire. With her younger brother as co-regent, Cleopatra found herself in a precarious position, embroiled in a power struggle that threatened to unseat her. Yet Cleopatra was not one to back down from a challenge. She displayed an uncanny ability to navigate the treacherous waters of politics, outmaneuvering her opponents and consolidating her power. In one of her most audacious moves, she smuggled herself into Julius Caesar's quarters, wrapped in a rug, to plead her case directly to the Roman general. This bold act marked the beginning of a strategic alliance that would change the course of her reign. Cleopatra and Caesar formed a powerful political and personal bond. With Caesar's military might, Cleopatra was able to reclaim her throne from her rebellious brother. This partnership was not just about power. It was also a relationship marked by mutual respect and, by some accounts, deep affection. Following Caesar's assassination, Cleopatra found another ally in Mark Antony, a Roman general and politician. Their alliance, both political and romantic, further strengthened her position. Antony, smitten by Cleopatra, provided military support against her enemies and recognized her children as legitimate heirs to the Egyptian throne. These alliances were not just about survival. They were strategic moves by a shrewd leader who understood the game of power. Cleopatra used her alliances to safeguard Egypt's interests, keeping the kingdom independent amidst the growing influence of Rome. Through alliances with two of the most powerful men of her time, Cleopatra not only secured her position but also safeguarded Egypt's independence. Her reign, marked by political cunning and diplomatic finesse, stands testament to her legacy as a leader who bent the arc of history through sheer will and astute strategy. Cleopatra's alliances were not merely political, they were also personal. With a charisma that transcended borders, she captivated the most powerful men of her time, Julius Caesar and Mark Antony. Both relationships were masterstrokes, intertwining politics, strategy, and passion in a way that would forever change the course of history. Let's start with Julius Caesar, the formidable Roman general. Cleopatra, with her sharp intellect and persuasive charm, forged a powerful alliance with him. But this was more than a political union. A romance blossomed, one that would produce a son, Caesarion, and bind their fates together. This alliance bolstered Cleopatra's position at home and abroad, allowing her to stave off threats to her throne. However, it was her relationship with Mark Antony that would truly become the stuff of legend. Antony, a man of power, ambition, and charisma, was bewitched by Cleopatra's allure. Together, they dreamt of a world united under their rule, a dream that would ultimately lead to their downfall. Yet, in their love story, we see a testament to Cleopatra's magnetic personality and diplomatic acumen. These affairs were not just about love, they were carefully calculated moves on the chessboard of power. By aligning herself with Rome's most influential men, Cleopatra reshaped the political landscape. She held the reins of power, navigating the treacherous waters of diplomacy and intrigue with finesse. But these relationships were more than strategic maneuvers. They were profound, passionate unions that humanized these historical figures, turning them into more than just rulers, but also lovers, partners, and parents. In the end, Cleopatra's legacy is not just about her reign as Egypt's last pharaoh, it's also about the love affairs that shook the world, alliances that toppled empires and changed the course of history. Her relationships with Caesar and Antony didn't just shape her life, they also influenced the course of history. But even the greatest of reigns must come to an end. After years of strategic alliances and political maneuvering, Cleopatra's destiny took a devastating turn. Her beloved Mark Antony, a powerful Roman general, was defeated by his rival Octavian in the infamous Battle of Actium in 31 BCE. This defeat was a crushing blow to Cleopatra and her dream of a united Roman-Egyptian empire. Cleopatra and Antony fled back to Egypt, but it wasn't long before Octavian's forces followed. With Egypt's military might significantly reduced and the Roman army at their doorstep, their situation was dire. Antony, believing a false report of Cleopatra's death, fell on his own sword in despair. Cleopatra was left to face the conquering Romans alone. The last Pharaoh of Egypt chose to meet her end on her own terms. According to historical accounts, Cleopatra committed suicide, reportedly by allowing an asp, a poisonous snake, to bite her. This dramatic act of defiance against the Roman conquerors became an iconic symbol of her indomitable spirit and determination. With Cleopatra's death, the Ptolemaic dynasty came to an end. Egypt, once a land of pharaohs and pyramids, was reduced to a province of the vast Roman Empire. The vibrant culture and rich history of Egypt were subsumed under Roman rule, marking the end of an era. Yet, despite the fall of Cleopatra and the absorption of Egypt into the Roman Empire, the impact of Cleopatra's reign continues to resonate. Her intelligence, political savvy, and legendary love affairs have cemented her place in history as one of the most influential figures of the ancient world. Even in defeat, Cleopatra refused to be a mere footnote in history. She chose her own fate, maintaining her dignity and pride until the very end. Her life, filled with passion, power, and tragedy, continues to captivate and inspire. With her death, a glorious era in Egypt's history came to a tragic end. But the tale of Cleopatra, the last pharaoh of Egypt, lives on, a testament to a woman who shaped the course of history with her courage, cunning, and indomitable spirit. Yet in death, as in life, Cleopatra continues to captivate. This enchanting queen of the Nile, whose life was filled with political intrigue, passionate love affairs, and dramatic turns of fortune, left a lasting legacy that endures to this day. Cleopatra's story, a blend of power, romance, and tragedy, has been immortalized in various forms of art, literature, and popular culture. From Shakespeare's tragic play Antony and Cleopatra to Hollywood's silver screen, where Elizabeth Taylor famously portrayed the Egyptian queen, Cleopatra continues to fascinate and inspire. Her intellectual prowess and political acumen, combined with her legendary beauty, have made her a symbol of female empowerment. She was a woman who ruled a powerful kingdom in a male-dominated world, a testament to her strength and resilience. Cleopatra's influence extended beyond her reign. Her relationships with Julius Caesar and Mark Antony significantly shaped the course of history, affecting the balance of power in the ancient world. These romantic alliances, filled with passion and political intrigue, have been romanticized over centuries, adding to her mystique. Her death, as dramatic as her life, marked the end of the Ptolemaic dynasty in the ancient Egyptian era. Yet it was not an end to her story. Cleopatra's life still sparks curiosity, research, and debate among historians, archaeologists, and scholars. In the realm of popular culture, Cleopatra remains a timeless icon. Her life story continues to be retold and reimagined in books, films, and television series, captivating audiences around the globe. She embodies the fascination with ancient Egypt, its grandeur, and its mysteries. As we reflect on Cleopatra's life, we are reminded of her enduring spirit, her timeless allure, and the indelible mark she left on history. Her story, filled with triumph and tragedy, power and passion, continues to captivate, reminding us of the complexity and intrigue of the human experience.